Rebelling, and what Adonis was saying was kind of like fighting the system. You guys are already on page 110, so look at the first paragraph. 210, the first paragraph. So I'm going to read this out loud, and then as I'm reading it, I want you to think of what you could annotate in this paragraph, and then you're going to talk with your partner, and then you're going to share out. We've had really good discussions, but I want to hear from more of you, okay? So please brainstorm with your partner after I read it out loud, because I want to hear from more voices, okay? The savage stood looking on. Oh, brave new world. Oh, brave new world. In his mind, the singing words seemed to change their tone. They had mocked him through his misery and remorse, mocked him with how hideous a note of cynical derision. Fiendishly laughing, they had insisted on the low squalor, the nauseous ugliness of the nightmare. Now suddenly they trumpeted a call to arms. Oh, brave new world! Miranda was proclaiming the possibility of loveliness, the possibility of transforming even the nightmare into something fine and noble. Oh, brave new world! It was a challenge, a command. With your table partner, annotate it so we could have more voices heard.
So like pretty much like I'm saying what he's saying in the part singing or shape and tone, they don't know what say like pretty much so like he was better off saying
seconds!
He's gonna be like Gandhi.
Five, four, three, two, one. Now it's closed.
Christians with history and private discussion.
Well, we said that John before, when he was in a savage reservation, he thought that the outside world would be all good and peaceful. But now that he's actually there and been through everything, he thinks the opposite in a different tone, because now he sees how it really is not so good and happy.
I agree with Christian, because in the beginning when he was in the savage reservation, it was like he was innocent. So then everything that he learned from the Shakespeare books that he read, he thought that everything was beautiful and good. And now that he came to the brave new world, he pretty much lost his innocence, and he knew that it was all the opposite, and that everything he thought was good was now bad.
I agree with both of them, because John, like, I think he was better off staying, like, he was more happy in the savage reservation than he is in Brave New World, because how they all said, like, these, like, on the book it says, they had mocked him through his miserable and remorse. Like, ever since he read that book, he has taken that book to heart, because I'm a... Yeah, like it relates to him, like these words, like I guess affected him a lot, because like ever since he came to Brave New World, he thought it was like a good place, but then like later on, he found like the bad stuff about it. So all the things they told him that, oh, it's a good place to be in, and then it came out to be a lie.
So do you think his perspective changed when his mom, because his mom died because of Soma, do you think that's why he's like more against braving the world?
You can say that, but like at the same time, like you know how before he would like always talk about the other side, and then that actually hurt him a lot because Soma killed his mom and stuff, and then he's angry about the fact how these people still take it, and they don't know the effect of it.
Right.
Answering your question, it said right on the bottom of the quote, it says it was a challenge, a command. So I'm guessing I did change him, and like his mom dying has to do with a lot. Once again, it was his mom. And that's it. Just basically, it was a challenge and command to him that just opened his eyes, I guess.
Do you think he's gonna insist later on to like then change braving the world?
Well, I guess he is, because it's already right here that in the like couple pages, like he's breaking, throwing Soma all around.
Okay.
In the beginning of the paragraph, he says like how they're laughing at him and it's like an ugly nightmare. And then it goes back to what Miranda was saying, that proclaiming the possibility of loveliness, the possibility of transforming even the nightmare into something fine and noble. He's thinking that even something as bad as Brave New World could be changed into something lovely.
Steven?
I want to agree with both Karen and Brian. Right here on page 211, like in the middle, kind of the end, it says, never cried the savage, but look here, oh man, throw it all away, the horrible poison, the words, throw it all away, pierce through the unfolded layers and incomprehension to the quick of Delta conscience. What I'm saying, you guys aren't necessarily saying that it started when his mom died. Well, I want to go back, and I believe when he first, started, seeing the changes points is where, where he started having feelings for Lenina, and that's when, he starts changing a little, because, Lenina only wants him for, for sex. And that's why, John wanted her, for the reality, for real love. And once, Linda, his mother died of Soma, that's when, it really hit him. And that's on the spot, where he started, going all out and screaming stop, and never, throwing all his Soma away.
Oh yeah, so in the page 210, that paragraph, I think he realizes that he was a fool because he just kept thinking like from Miranda's perspective how the world is a brave new world, but like there's so many possibilities like love and transforming the nightmare, as I think Karen said. So what I think is like he realized that world isn't full with that. It's like the complete opposite with like people without a will and like slaves.
Right.
That's what Evan said, like about him changing like the world. I guess I could say like he's old Major. I think I remember his name from Animal Farm. Was how he just proved this point and then just like automatically just left. I guess that's gonna have the effect on some of the people. That's what I'm getting.
What do you think about that?
I want to add on to what Brian said, because you know how when he called the meeting, everybody, he had to prove his point, and then he left and everybody started going, like, he said like, so yeah, savages, and then he died.
But they were in condition.
I know. He was probably gonna train them, and then he died.
Done.
Hey, I want to add on to, I think it was everybody. Like in the movie Pianist, that one guy, like he's in this one place, but like he really wants to see the other side, cause like he's tired of other people like the Germans, yeah, like attacking them. So like he goes out and hides. So like that's pretty much like John, because he's tired of the savage generation, because he wants to go to Brave New World. But then the other guy, he realized that the guy from the pianos, he realized that this place is safe, but at the same time dangerous, because as soon as they find him, they're gonna kill him with no reason. So like, oh, why are you over here? Did you shoot him? So like for John, he's like the son of the director. So then he realizes that he could do something to stop, to go against the system, but at the same time, it's gonna hold him back, because it's gonna take a while for everybody to understand what he's doing, like the point.
Brian, did you have
I guess I can also relate it to Megamind. Because when a superhero leaves, because he's tired of being a superhero, I guess, and like all of a sudden, like the world, the city collapses. I guess I can get that.
Add to what Rafael said about him connecting it to an animal farm. It's actually like they were being conditioned, because I mean, like the pigs were making them, like they were the only ones that could actually learn, while the rest were like either working or just in labor. So they were actually being conditioned to do something, and instead of like having everybody learn something, it was only the pigs.
anyone else?
Going back to what Carlos and Brian were talking about on page 210, about Brave New World, it was a challenge, a command. It was like he was challenging himself to change Brave New World.